Welcome to the virtual open evening. My name's Dr. Hardy. I'm the acting head of chemistry at Merchant Taylors Boys School, and I hope this brief video will give you some ideas about chemistry A-level at the school if you're thinking of studying it. Apologise that we can't actually see you in person. So, first thing to consider is why would you actually study chemistry at A-level? And one of the things to actually bear in mind is the career that you want to go on to. So obviously, the first thing to say, if you're thinking of doing medicine or applying to a medical school, virtually all courses now require chemistry A-level. There is an element of biochemistry in the A-level, which is obviously very beneficial to your forward studies in medicine. It also allows access to a wide variety of university courses. Obviously, you've got straight chemistry itself, chemical engineering, biochemistry, biology, and there's a little diagram there which shows you some of the other things that it could actually lead on to. So it's actually quite a useful A-level to have for a number of different courses that you may be considering going into. It's still considered one of the most difficult A-levels, and as such, even if you are thinking of an unrelated course such as law or economics, chemistry A-level is often looked on favourably as one to have studied. And finally, why study chemistry at this level? You may just enjoy the subject and have a passion for it, as we do in the school, and that would obviously make studying it at A-level an obvious choice. Just a quick note about how the course is structured. Okay, the A-level course is in line with the traditional 3-track split. So there are topics on inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry and physical chemistry. In the department itself, we have 3 chemistry teachers. They're all subject specialists. There's myself, Dr. Hardy. We've got Dr. Clay. He's also an expert in anything IT related, but his chemistry is also top notch. And we've got Mrs. Byrne. Again, she's a well-established chemistry teacher who's been in the department many years. Okay, and we're all subject specialists. The teaching is normally split between 2 of the teachers listed above, who will teach individual topics from the course, so it's not confusing, hopefully, where you have to sort of have one set of notes between the 2 teachers. You can have a set of notes for one teacher and a set of notes for the other, because they'll agree, we will agree which topics we're going to teach individually. Just to give an idea of what's included in the A-level at AQA, some of these will be familiar from GCSE. So atomic structure is gone over again, for instance, Unit 1, Section 1, but in obviously A-level detail, so adding to your previous knowledge. We've also got another more familiar section would be amount of substance. Unit 1, Section 2, looking at the mole, equations, titrations. You need to come into your A-level course with a really good foundation in these areas, and also bonding, and a little bit on energetics. So all of those you should have seen no matter what GCSE you've done. Okay, there is going to be some stuff there that's really unfamiliar, which is as expected, but will become clearer in due course. So for instance, say if you had myself and Dr. Clay, we might agree that I do atomic structure and amount of substance, and he might do bonding and energetics. So that's how we would sort of split down the course between 2 teachers. Okay, just a little bit more about the course structure. At the end of the course, there will be 3 written papers. The papers 1 and 2 are worth 35% each. Paper 1 focuses on inorganic chemistry, also has some of the physical chemistry topics in there, so such as atomic structure, amount of substance, bonding, energetics, equilibrium acids and bases and redox. Paper 2 is the one that focuses more on organic chemistry, And you'll see there we've got amount of substance again in that paper. Now, that's an important thing. The calculations obviously comes up in all three papers. Bonding again is important. Energetics is also important. But this also includes kinetics and equilibria. Okay, paper 3 assesses all the content, but the practical type questions tend to be in this paper. Okay, the A-level also includes a practical skill endorsement, which we do expect all pupils to pass at Merchant Taylors Boys School. Your skill in carrying out experiments in the lab is assessed during the 2 years. Now, this is nothing you have to worry about. You will be expected for every experiment to do a risk assessment and then to follow instructions, simple things like that. And we're looking at how you might handle new equipment, whether you think about things like how to increase precision. It will all be explained. You will be expected to keep a lab journal. We will assess your practical skills within the lab and also within what you write in your lab journal. During the A-level, it will be explained in more clarity, and it is something that we do expect all pupils to pass. Now, the good news at Merchant Taylors, although the exam board have set 12 required practicals, the course at the boys' school contains a large practical aspect, which is well above the exam board specification. So we do a lot more than 12 practicals over the 2 years. The required practicals are those that they can ask you about in detail. But we believe that a good way to learn is to actually learn through practical work as well as written work. So if you're considering coming into the A-level course, what are the minimum requirements? Now, the thing with chemistry, as I've said, it's still considered to be one of the harder A-levels. It's a difficult A-level. It requires a lot of abstract thinking and spatial awareness. So there's the assumption, as I said before, that you have this strong foundation knowledge. So if you've taken the international GCSE, we would expect a minimum of a grade 7 to 8 to give you a good chance of getting a good grade at A-level. Depending on what your GCSE course is, we may look at that and think, well, a grade 8, for instance, may be preferred. And also, as the level of maths required for the A-level has increased, they aim for something like 20% of the questions to cover maths-based questions. We do encourage chemistry A-level in conjunction with maths A-level. However, it doesn't actually say you can't, we're not saying you can't do it if you don't do maths A-level, but you do need to be able to rearrange equations and solve log type equations. Okay, so just to be aware, if you're not doing maths A-level, you need to have a good maths ability. Okay, extracurricular activities then. So this is all about studying at A-level. So there are things that we do to stretch and challenge. So during year 12, we choose the best 3 practical chemists to represent the school in the Young Analyst competition, and that's held at Liverpool University sometime in March. At the end of year 12, any pupil doing chemistry A-level can enter the C3L6 Cambridge Chemistry Challenge. Now, this is encouraged because certificates from this challenge are good for putting on your university applications. Yeah. And at the end of year 12, we often have the opportunity to visit Liverpool University and take part in some advanced practical activities. And also, during the first term in year 13, we allow the opportunity, but it's not compulsory, to come along to sessions to prepare for the Chemistry Olympiad. This is really invaluable for chemistry knowledge, because it means applying your knowledge to novel situations. So you can come along to sort of preparation sessions. The exam is usually late January. Okay, and just a couple of pictures just to say this is some of the boys we had during the visit to the Liverpool University Central Teaching Lab. They had the opportunity to synthesise benzocaine and to use equipment that we don't have in the department. Okay, and also this was the other picture showing the little lights lighting up is an experiment I did in class with the year 13s. This is a non-required practical, and they had the opportunity to make an electrochemical cell. And you see these little gel blocks on the left. They used their chemistry knowledge to make an actual working cell and managed to light up a couple of little LED bulbs. We also encourage our sixth formers to get involved in open events. And this is just to show you that if you do, you would get the opportunity to set your hands on fire, obviously all risk assessed and safely done. But it's something, the open events, the boys that we've had doing A-level in the past have really enjoyed getting involved in. Okay, so just to let you know, as a department, what are our results like? It's got a very good track record within Merchant Taylor's, the chemistry department for A-level. Chemistry has been one of the most successful departments for the last few years, having one of the highest percentages of A-star A grades and 100% pass rate. We've also, in the extracurricular stuff, we've achieved first, second and third place at the Young Analyst competition. Almost every participant of the Cambridge Challenge gains a certificate, with more than 25% obtaining the gold level. And so far, everyone who's actually gone on to take the Olympiad and come to the preparation has won a medal, often a silver or a gold, and it says 75% there, which is obviously a good hit rate. So finally, is it right for you, chemistry A-level? Okay, just ask yourself these questions. Are you prepared to work? Chemistry is not an easy A-level. It will require work and dedication to the subject. If that doesn't put you off, the course is right for you. Do you enjoy practical work? Obviously, it's a subject where we will be doing practical work. We will try and do as much practical work as logistically possible. Again, if you enjoy the practical work, this course could be right for you. Do you prefer learning and understanding and application of your learning over learning by heart? And if the answer to that is yes, again, the course is right for you. And do you want to understand the scientific aspects of the world around you? And if you do, and you can answer yes to all those questions, we very much look forward to seeing you next year. I hope that's been helpful. And I hope you enjoy any other presentations you might watch. Thank you.